How's it going, guys? Panther Films here, and today we're going to be reacting to Season 11, Episode 24, the series finale of The Walking Dead. This episode is titled Rest in Peace, which is also the final comic volume. But yeah, last episode, everything was hitting the fan. Our survivors snuck into Commonwealth with the help of Mercer, because now Mercer is fully on board with us after he saved Eugene from being executed. So most of the Alexandria survivors snuck in. That consists of Daryl, Carol, Negan, Maggie, Ezekiel, Connie. I think Kelly was there too. Magna, Judith, and a few others. Tyler Davis. Tyler Davis being one of the people that got killed in a gunfight that started because it was actually a trap set by Pamela, because she actually was suspicious of Mercer. And she focused on the fact that he moved troops away from a tunnel, and it paid off technically. But Pamela ended up shooting Judith in this gunfight, and then as soon as Judith was shot, all the survivors suddenly just got an accuracy buff. Like, Gabriel was shooting at Pamela, Carol was shooting at Pamela, I think Rosita was too. I don't know if Rosita was in that scene, maybe she was in another scene, but she was definitely there, because she's still looking for Coco after not finding her in Outpost 22. And then we had Aaron's group stuck in the herd. They were about to sneak into an RV. Luke and Jules got taken away by the herd, so did Elijah. Lydia tried to stop him from being taken away, and she ended up getting bit. So Jerry had to cut off her arm. So far, she's alive, but obviously feeling like shit. And then eventually Jerry decided, like, I'm going to go find the others, right, and make sure they're all safe. So Jerry headed out into Commonwealth, basically. And then right at the end of the episode, all the survivors were trying to get Judith to safety, but they all realised that walkers were in the Commonwealth because variants were in the herd, and they managed to climb the gates. And one of them walkers attacked one of the guards on the wall, and that guard hit the fucking switch to open the gates. So now the walkers are in. Our survivors saw the variants, Negan being one of them, and he said, "What the fuck?" Because, yeah. Yeah, Luke and Jules came out of the herd, so they've kind of been reunited with everyone. And then Daryl managed to get through an alley before all the walkers could converge on top of the group. So Daryl was the only one that made it out of that, like, pincer, in a way. All the other survivors are stuck in between walkers right now, so we'll have to see who makes it out of this episode. But yeah, that basically wraps up our final recap for the Walking Dead flagship show, which is crazy to think about. It's even more crazy to think about that I've been doing these reactions for 4 years, and it started with The Walking Dead. So in a way it's kind of bittersweet, but not really, considering I'm not ending, reactions too. Be some shit if I was. I might get a little bit sentimental here, but this show has been a part of my life since I was 12. I think I've said it before, but I didn't actually start when the show started. I started just after season 1, but I think just before season 2 was airing, or as it was airing. So I wasn't 100% fully invested, but I was still there very close to the beginning, and it's been with me since I was very young. I've grew up with this show, but yeah, I've stuck with this show through the good, the bad, and the ugly. I've loved the characters, I've loved the music, I've loved some of the stories that they've been telling. I love the comics, I love the promotional material that they always did. I've got a poster up there, the fucking poster of Negan pointing a bat at me. Fuck you, bitch. I can show it, let me show it. See, look at that right there, look at that. Lovely. And I've also got that one over here, this one, right there. Oh, see it? There you go. But yeah, it's crazy to think that this is the day the show ends, but the universe doesn't. So it doesn't hold a lot of emotional weight for me. It's gonna suck not seeing some of the characters again, and potentially whoever dies in this episode, because then we'll never see them again, because I assume some of the characters we might see in the spin-offs. I'm obviously going to see Maggie and Negan, and maybe at some point Carol, if she survives. I think she will. And of course, you know, we've got Vic and Michonne. The story isn't necessarily over, but some of the characters' journeys are. I'm very excited to get into this final episode, and at the same time a little worried, considering this season has been a bit hit or miss for me. You know, the Viper storyline was kind of meh, and this third half started strong, and then they started fucking around for a few episodes. And last episode was fine, but I just think a lot of this episode might feel rushed. We'll have to see though. Can they stick the landing? Hopefully, and please, Walking Dead, hopefully we see Vic. Please. It's the last episode of the show. He needs to be in it. In some kind of fashion. Whether it's the after credit scene or in the episode itself. He needs to be in it. The motherfucker started this journey, and we need to end this journey with him. Yeah, that basically wraps it up. So let's stop doolallying around with this shitty intro and get right into the final episode of The Walking Dead. Help me! Oh. Is she gonna go in a coma? Oh. Wait, what? Wait, so what happened to Daryl there? Did he just get knocked out? Fucking Judith. What a soldier. It's music. Calm down. There's that shot from the trailer. The last time we'll probably hear this theme. What the fuck? There's Vic. There he is. Maybe we'll see him again. I don't know. Hopefully. It's still not all blood. It's like they fucked it there, didn't they? Oh! Straight away, gore. Oh no. Should I care about this? I mean, they just came back. Well, he's dead. We're not even fucking like 5 minutes in yet. They were gone for so long and then they just come back to die? Like, what's the point? I'm gonna have to cut off his leg. What the fuck happened to Dow? What? How did Cowell find him? What the fuck? Oh, we all just made it? So what was the point of the cliffhanger last episode? There's his leg. What the fuck happened to Dowell's eye, dude?
I'm fine.
Daryl.
She's lost a lot of blood.
Someone knock him out? What happened? Maybe it's because Norman Reedus had a concussion when he was filming the finale.
What about Mercer?
He's in prison.
On the inside.
Yeah, Max thinks so.
Yeah, Luke's dead. Surprised he didn't pass out after losing a leg, dude. And we still don't know the full extent of what happened to Oceanside. Why did they bring him back just to kill him off? I don't get it. Shit like that always pisses me off. I mean, everyone's acting their hearts out here. I mean, it sucks Luke's dead, but I don't feel the emotion here. He's been gone for so long, and even the characters didn't even give a shit about him. You know what I mean? So why should I?
Roy used to make me sell it when I was a kid for money.
Bye, Luke. They're really focusing on that death.
I'm gonna sweep the hospital and make sure the others are okay. We're coming to.
You don't even get a chance to grieve. Oh, he's giving up blood. Save Vic's, well, Shane's kid. Vic's in spirit. I mean, I think from the trailer for this episode, Princess saves him, right? Oh. They're not holding back with a gore, are they? What the fuck did they just use to do that? That could have killed him, though. Let's be honest. What? Where did Max go? She just vanished. The fuck?
That thing for Pamela?
Yes. Assassination did.
It still stands, Maggie.
I'm good.
I'm kind of annoyed about this back and forth between Maggie and Negan. Wait, there's Aaron. I just saw him. Yeah, there he is.
Where's Jerry? Elijah?
Still out there.
Yeah, Jerry and Elijah are still out there. The whole Commonwealth... Oh, Jesus. The whole Commonwealth's done for, right? What? Wait, how did she know Coco was here? Did I miss something with the dialogue? Oh, the mother's instinct. Jesus. Fucking Rosita. That's a waste of bullets.
We found him.
Luckily. Why take the kids up? I don't get it. Where the fuck is Dog too? I mean, she's a trooper. Like, she closed the doors to stop the walkers from getting in. She'll be fine.
Feels like I'm gonna die. I can't. Mom's gonna find Dad and we're gonna be together. We're all gonna be together.
She told him. She told him. Fucking, you wait until the finale, Judith.
Jude.
Imagine she dies now. Imagine. He can't leave her. I mean, he got her into this fucking position.
We went through a horde of walkers. Oh my god. Our ride is fucked.
F-bomb. I still feel like the last episode F-bomb was the best. What the fuck? Wonder if they'll do 2 F-bombs because it's the finale. Oh, that's very... Oh. Oh. I see what they were doing there. Nice little parallel to Vic. Who is that? Just a random person, I guess. Oh! Well, there's another callback to season 1. Well, shit. Oh! Of course, Daryl's still badass, even though he's probably got a fucking concussion. Well, you know shit. Yeah. Okay, Daryl, you put that in the way for no reason then. Like, what was the point of even doing that? Oh, you're getting Judith out there, good. Yep. Nice little one shot here, though. Keep it going, keep going. Keep going. And they're gonna cut, they're gonna cut, they're gonna cut. Don't cut. Fuck you. Oh no. One of them could die here, actually. The fucking gore, man. Oh, Rosie is dead. Why would she wait until... Like, get on top of the fucking ambulance or something. That'd be the smartest strategy. Wait them out. How did they not get her already? They're 100% biting her leg right now. Come on. And there it is. There it is. Fuck off. Fuck off. No. No, she 100% got ripped apart then. Fuck off. That's stupid. Imagine she just falls again. After all that pissed me off there a little bit. Guarantee she got bit though. Watch that be like the big reveal. That sucks, man. For the finale, you do that shit. Like a fake out death, but she's probably been bitten anyway. Like, it was a badass moment for Rosita, sure, but like...
Alright, let's go! We gotta get Judith to Tommy.
To who? Tommy. Why did it say Tommy? If you don't fucking save it, dude. Darryl needs to know about Vic.
The IV? Yeah.
Where did she get shot? Is it in the shoulder? It looks like it's in the shoulder.
Things just don't work out. People tell me they do, but they don't.
This is where it all changes for you, Lydia. Elijah lives.
We'll find them. Both of them.
Everyone's acting their hearts off her. Oh, he's going after Pamela.
Frightful.
Before you pop off.
Oh.
You were going after Pamela?
Yes.
What is your angle?
Angle? There is no goddamn angle, Maggie. I was about to lose everything. And I finally understood what you must have felt.
That night.
I am so sorry.
Ooh. Only took you 4 seasons to say that. 5 seasons. I hate the fact that nobody cares about Abraham. It's always about Glenn, dude. Fuck Glenn. When you think about it, everyone made it out fine, but how much you want to bet Rosie's been dead?
You can take the little one off your hands for a spell if you like. Finally teach her to swim at Oceanside.
Nope. Speaking of Oceanside, what's going on with that?
I can't wait for summer.
I can see it. Looks like it's on his shoulder.
You fell? Get on.
I mean, it's too late now anyway, like, even if they did amputate it. She's immune. Imagine.
I need you to put your shit together, okay?
I can't.
You can.
Really, after all this, she just dies? That's so fucked up, man. Like, she gets back with her kid and then she's bitten. You could have taken out Gabe. Come on. Season 4. Right after the prison.
Yeah, completely fine.
He knows how to lie. Honestly, I think Andrea's death kind of suits a finale, though. Like, saying goodbye. Everyone saying goodbye to the survivor. Rosita, for instance. Tell him where Michonne went.
Hey, the last kicker.
Oh,
Hey, big ass kicker.
callbacks.
Yeah,
I said about Mom and Dad.
was that true?
Sorry I didn't tell you before.
You fucking should have told him before.
He would leave too.
He's gonna leave anyway now, fucking in his spin-off. Like, she was scared of telling him and he's just gonna leave her anyway. How much you want to bet? Wow, they're just fucking killing people.
What's going on? People are dying. I can't just stand by. These aren't your people. Yes, they are.
Oh,
And so are you.
of course you are, Mercer.
And I get that. Given how they treated us.
I mean, it's not like the people's fault. It's Pamela.
I'm with you.
I got you. I'm in. Me too.
Let's finish this. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Oh, it's literally just called the Estates. Oh, there's the girl that won the lottery tickets. No, that was Judith's friend, not the lottery tickets.
Lower your weapon.
Hey, that music. Get fucked, Pamela. Stand down. That gate's gonna fall. Oh,
No.
don't pull a Star Wars.
You are, Gov. Led the dead to our doorstep.
Mm.
You shot a child.
Yeah.
And now you've left thousands out there to die.
I mean, it doesn't look like thousands, but whatever.
We're opening the gate and letting these people in. I'll kill anyone who tries to stop.
Stop, or we will be forced.
Oh, I love it. That's so good. After he let all the his congregation die, after not letting them in, now he's letting all his people in.
Stop!
We all deserve better than this.
Oh, that whole speech.
If I open the gates, the dead will get in. Got one enemy. We ain't the Walking Dead.
We ain't the Walking Dead. I mean, you've earned that speech from Vic, though, Daryl, in that episode. But that's like the comics. Vic said, this is not the Walking Dead.
On your command, General Mercer.
Hey. Well, she's getting Sebastian's storyline. Thousands of people, by the way. What? Elijah's there. Fair enough.
Where's my family? They're safe. They're safe in Alexandria.
You're under a vest, Pamela. What are you doing? Why are they letting her... Sup, Lance? How you doing? I don't get that connection between... Oh, is she gonna kill herself? Jesus. Look at him.
All the people that are still out there. It's not too late. It's never too late.
Jesus. Well, Lance died twice. Not in the same episode. Where's the one with the knife? That still hasn't come into play yet.
Under the estates, and we'll finish wiring the rest once you get.
Oh, we're gonna burn them out?
Meantime, we'll start the PA system to draw all the routers to the estates.
Ah, they're reusing the same tactic they kind of did with No Way Out.
The music's working.
I feel like Rosita should be here. Even though she's dying, Rosita knows what she's doing with explosives. Oh, they're all dancing. Look at them. There's no way that's a whole horde. Boom. There it is. Whoa. Jesus. Probably some of the better CG. Where? What? Wait, the whole fucking Commonwealth's gone? Jesus. What the fuck? There's no way that was a whole horde. Fuck off. The herd was massive. Yeah, that's not the whole of Commonwealth. It's like maybe half of it.
There are decisions you'll have to make that are ugly. How do you pick who does the job no one wants?
At least we don't have to worry about who gets your house.
That's a little one-liner there from Cal.
I want to thank you. And if I can ever forgive you,
Well, no. I mean,
I can't.
yeah.
Glenn was beautiful. But when I look at you, all I see is that back coming down on his head.
Hmm.
I hear him calling for me. And I hear you mocking him while he's dying. Even though I'm so grateful that you saved my son. Even though I know that you're trying. Because I don't want to hate you anymore.
Oh! Everyone's fucking acting their hearts out. That was so good. Don't see when you show Negan cry, that's the shit that gets me. Finally, dog. Meanwhile, Virgil's still missing. Oh yeah, where's Annie? Yes, nod of respect. I like that though, because like Negan isn't actually a part of the like team family, right? But there's still like a respect there between Daryl and Negan. Oh, finally! After 72 episodes.
You okay?
Yeah. Everything's perfect.
Don't stop. Stop. I'm not crying. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not doing it. Yeah, she's getting Andrea's death. Yeah, I think this is a good death to end the show on. But she doesn't deserve this. Like, what the fuck? After all that, she just gets bit.
We'll see you again someday.
Don't say that. Don't take... Ugh. Where's she? Oh, I thought she was dead then.
I wouldn't be the man I am today if I hadn't met you.
I'm glad it was you in the end.
Or was he putting her down? Oh, she's still breathing. Don't play my immersion show. Don't. She's. I'm not saying anything. God damn it. Who the fuck is Marissa? 1 year later. Where the fuck is Vic? Is he engaged? He's got a ring on.
What are you trying to say, Rosie?
Oh, fuck's sake. You call her Rosie?
No, we are not bonded by blood.
Is he the new leader?
As your governor, I
Oh, he is.
and your lieutenant governor, Michael Mercer.
Kiss her. Oh no. Oh, she's got a new arm. Let's see.
It's good to see her too. Who's it from?
Vic. From Negan. The compass.
Thank you for letting me use it. Negan.
So where's Negan gone then? Has he left or is he at Alexandria? Short hair. Cowl. Oh, is that
This is
Coco?
from Father Grant.
Yeah, Maggie.
Hey!
Hilltop.
Oh.
How did they rebuild that fucking house, dude? That shit blew up.
I want to talk about the future.
Hmm. After 1 year.
I wish you were coming with me.
Well, originally that was the plan.
Took Hornsby's job and you made it your own. It's not like we're never gonna see each other again.
Don't say that. Because if you die in your spin-off, Daryl. Since season 1.
Be good, all right?
So he's just leaving?
I'll keep an eye on Dog.
Yeah, fuck Doug, I guess.
I'll find them both. I'll bring them home. All right?
You won't though. You're ending up in fucking France somehow.
You deserve a happy ending too.
With Connie.
I love you.
Oh.
I love you too.
The Carol fans are gonna be fucking losing their shit right now. They didn't kiss though. Platonic. I do wonder if like she was gonna go with him originally. Off to fucking France. I guess. Oh! That's Greg Nicotero, dude. That's Greg Nicotero. Off into the sunset. Kind of. Not really. Don't end it there. Don't end it there. I won't be satisfied if that's the end. Fuck's sake. Where's Vic? Oh! I'm assured. What the fuck?
I think of the dead
Oh.
all the time. I'm about
Shane.
the living
Dowell.
who I lost.
Dale. T-Dog. Andrea. Bob. Sadiq.
What I learned from them. We're together. Pieces of a whole that just keep going for what we gave each other.
This feels more like a tease. of what's to come. Like the ending with Daryl, that was the end of the show, but this is like a tease of what's to come. Like Vic and Michonne. I want to give him a kiss. Oh, it's so good to see them again. Fuck me. Where's she been? I guess she's been to Wakanda. Like, what the fuck? Is she wearing?
I know your brother is back there.
The boots.
Not just as a part of us.
Wait, what? His boots are there?
alive.
The phone? Wait, what? Oh, is this how the phones gets onto the boat? Maybe? So there's a bit of time shenanigans going on here. Helicopter.
No.
Wait, he threw it onto the boat? Oh!
Come on, Nick. It's like he told you. There's no escape for the living.
He. General Beale?
We're the ones who live. We're the ones who live.
We're the ones who live.
Ah!
We're the ones who live.
I heard Abraham.
We're the ones who live.
There's probably like every character there. That's Philadelphia. Oh, it's so good to see him again. Jesus fucking Christ, don't flashbang me, man. What are you doing? Jesus fucking Christ.
Everything we beat.
The end
Must be completed.
is only the beginning. I've seen this.
Thank you very much.
Oh!
Love. Thank you very much. Much love.
David Morrissey.
Gracias.
Chad. Brian. Fucking killed it as Thor in God of War. See you in 2023. With Fear the Walking Dead, The Walking Dead Dead Sea. I'm so glad we got Vic. It was actually a lengthy bit of Vic too, it wasn't just an after credit scene. I mean, it kind of was, like, technically the show ended with Daryl riding off, and then this was like the epilogue, with, like, teasing the spin-offs in a way. But I want to know how Negan and Maggie end up in Manhattan, and why they go to Manhattan. Well, that's a lot of the questions I have right now, is like, why is Daryl in France? The Vic and Michonne spin-off is obviously going to fuck around with time. Like, I mean, they did this episode, like, Vic put the bag onto the boat, but how did the boat end up where it was in the main show? I don't know. So it was Vic, he did put that on the boat, but it was just in very different circumstances. Like, we don't know where he is now in the current timeline, we just know where he was. But thankfully, this episode gives us some answers as to why he's not come back. Mainly because he is trapped. You know, he can't escape. Which was like the given theory, and then the other theories were he's got amnesia. I saw one theory where people were saying, like, he's got amnesia and then he's going to be like the leader of the fucking CRM, and I'm like, fuck off, that sounds so stupid. He's a prisoner, dude. It looks like he was wearing what Silas was wearing. I'm so glad we've got Vic. After 4 fucking years, dude. It pisses me off even more, though, because when I started reacting to the show, it's when Vic was leaving. So we never got that content with Vic on the channel, really. But we've got the spin-off. I think we need to talk about, like, Rosita for a second, though. What a... Honestly, a tragic end to her character, but at the same time a beautiful end to her character. I think that's a decent finale death. You know, going out, saying goodbye to everyone, and then getting the friend you've survived with for so long to put you down. But, like, some of the Rosita scenes almost got me, and the scene with Negan and Maggie almost got me too. But I didn't do it. I mean, I almost cried tears of fucking joy when Vic showed up. Like, I was more bothered about Vic showing up than Michonne, because I feel like Michonne hasn't been gone that long. I don't know if it's just me, like, she's been gone, but Vic is the main character, you know. He was... I'm so glad they ended it with him, though. I mean, the last shot wasn't him, but they ended it with the Grimes family. See, the biggest problem I have with the episode, though, actually there's 2 problems. The Rosita scene where she fucking fell down and then emerged. Like, come on, there was no need for that. But you have that scene, and technically the ending too, in a way. Like, while it's hyped to see Vic and Michonne, it kind of takes away the fact that the show's ending. You know, like, it doesn't really feel like the end of the show when there's more story to tell. And that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I'm not emotional, like, a lot about this episode. Like, sure, it had some, like, depressing moments and emotional moments, but not anything that's, like, going to make me bawl my eyes out, because at the end of the day, it's not done. We're not done. You know, we've still got to know what's going on with Vic. Like, why is Daryl in France? You know, like, sure, if you're fans of certain other characters, like, we might not see Judith again for a while, right? I mean, there's no way the Vic and Michonne spin-off is going to be 6 episodes. There is no way you're going to be able to do it justice. At all. Like, you have to explain why Vic's been gone for fucking, like, 8 to 10 years. Like, you have to explain why Michonne's taken so long to find Vic. Then you have to probably wrap up the CRM storyline if you want to... I mean, what better way to end the universe with Vic and Michonne taking down a big fucking group. While it was a fantastic episode, and I definitely really enjoyed it, but maybe it's like a recency thing, I do feel like certain elements were a little rushed, mainly with the Pamela shit, right? Like, they were behind Pamela somehow. I don't know how that works. They managed to sneak into the estates, and then, like, the herd itself was just like a minor distraction, right? It's like, oh yeah, it's just explosives, get rid of them all. Like, really? Was that easy? Like, okay. It's literally like my biggest problem with the episode. Like, after all that build-up with the... Like, they didn't even touch on the fact that that variant had a knife. Unless... I don't think so. Like, there wasn't a variant that stabbed Jules or Luke, right? So, like, what was the point of that in, like, a previous episode? I think the biggest problem with this episode, though, as, like, a finale, is that it's not a farewell, it's a see you soon. Right? Like, a lot of the characters we might not see again. We might not see Ezekiel again. Or, like, Jerry and stuff like that. But... I don't know, I think like the most emotional part of the episode, like I said, is Rosita. I will say it's one of the better finales out of any show. It just didn't feel like the end of a show. It just felt like a standard season finale. But I guess the ending with like seeing all the characters that have died and survived throughout the show, it adds to it a little bit. But like, where's Negan gone after the year time jump? We also didn't see Annie this episode. I guess they just didn't have time to put that in. Also, I'm very curious though, because there must have been another ending. Because I swear I saw in an interview somewhere that they did change the final scene. There we go. After Daryl rode off, we cut forward to the Freedom Parkway outside Atlanta, where the iconic shot of Vic rode down from the pilot, see an ethanol-modified van with a young woman and man in the front seats in their 20s, and through the scene we come to realise it's adult RJ and Judith. Other adult versions of the kids are in the back, Coco, Gracie, etc. They're out there looking to escort any survivors back to their communities. Continuing the legacy of their parents, as RJ speaks over the radio, he finishes with, "If you can hear me, answer back, this is Rick Grimes." Yeah, I do feel like that would have suited the show better, because I think that's the biggest problem with this episode, is it's more setup than it is climactic. You know? It's like I said, it's more of a see you soon than it is a farewell. And that's the problem with the episode. Like, it doesn't really hold a lot of weight emotionally for me. Because it's like, well, I mean, this isn't the end. You know, if the spin-offs weren't announced... Like, if the spin-offs weren't announced, I feel like this finale would have been so much more emotional. You know? But at the same time, it wouldn't have done it justice either, because we wouldn't have seen Vic. If they did do that original ending with Judith and RJ and all the kids like going into Atlanta, I don't think that would have been wise anyway, because having another actor or actresses play all the versions of them characters, I wouldn't be okay with it. You won't feel attached to them. Like, oh, it's Judith, but it's a completely different fucking actor. You know? Like, we've loved Kaylee Fleming as Judith, not some random other woman who's going to take over the role. Like, that, no, that wouldn't be effective. Let's go back to that Rosita scene where she got bit, right? I don't know why they just didn't get on top of the ambulance. They would have been perfectly fine. But yeah, again, like, it's standard Walking Dead in it. They've got to make the characters stupid for some reason. Like, Rosita shouldn't have got bit at all. She literally did what I wanted the characters to do in the first place. Get on the ambulance. You would have been so much safer. And she does that after she gets bit. Like, what? I still don't get that scene there. Like, realistically, she'd be dead. She would have got ripped apart. But I guess that, like, fight or flight came in. You know, she had to fight for Coco. I just think that's, like, my biggest problem with the episode. Like, they should have just removed that scene or changed it around, editing-wise. And have it be like, oh, you know, maybe Rosita gets lost in the herd and she goes missing, and then she comes back and then she's been bit, right? I think that would have been better instead of her falling on her back, walkers converging on top of her and completely surrounding her, to her just going, you, like, how do you get up from that position? You were on your back. How do you have, like, I don't get it. Like, realistically, there is no way she got up from that. And I know you have to, like, suspend your disbelief there. There is, like, zombies and stuff, but still, these motherfucking walkers took down a tiger. But Rosita, nah, that's too much for us. I'm just, like, I mean, she is a badass, but, like, come on. There is no way. Like, she fell on her back. The walkers start converging. She maybe, like, turned, then she got bit, and then she, like, pushed herself up. And that's what happened, maybe? I mean, I guess it's doable, but, like, I don't know, I just felt like it was pointless. But yeah, everyone acted their asses off. The music was fucking great. Bear McCreary going ham right after God of War comes out. Fantastic soundtrack, by the way, for God of War. Ragnarok. It was so cool to, like, just see Vic again. Like, that's like the biggest thing. It takes the focus away from the rest of the episode, but it was just out of nowhere, though. You know what I mean? Like, fucking match lights, and it's like, oh, you just see his head. It's like, oh, it's Vic. He's back. I'm not, like, 100% satisfied with the ending, but I'm satisfied for where certain characters ended up. I'm happy for Gabe. You know, he redeemed himself even more than he already has by letting in all the people from the Commonwealth, because that's how his journey in the show started, right? By him locking out his congregation. He locked them all out, and they were ripped apart because he was too scared to open the door, right? But this time, he let all the people in, and I love that. Seeing Lance again, beautiful. Pulling out, even more great acting from him. Even though he's a fucking walker. I don't understand why they had that walker pick up the knife in that, was it episode 21? I think? Or 22? Why did they do that? I guess just to tease, like, oh yeah, variants are in the herd. Speaking of the variants, though, they didn't really do much at all. I kind of wish, like, a variant killed someone. You know? Like, sure, Rosita got bit by some walkers, but I wish, like, the variant actually fucking killed someone. Because it would have shown, like, how dangerous they can be. You know, like, maybe, like, Luke or something, like, he's trying to run and then a walker just hits him over the head with a rock or something. Yeah, and then he gets bit. I think that would have been a little bit better, instead of what they did with the variants these last few episodes. Like, oh yeah, they're just used as, like, a plot device to get into the Commonwealth. I keep on going back to this, but, like, it really annoys me that they announce the spin-offs, because it really hurt this final season. And maybe the reason it's not, like, more emotional too is the fact that they had to, like, wrap up everything so quickly. They wrapped up the Commonwealth storyline, and then they wrapped up, like, a lot of characters' storylines. You know, with a few loose ends here and there. Right? But I just wish there was more deaths in this season. That's my biggest, like, complaint about this season. I know people would say, oh, but you don't need characters to die to add stakes. You do. It's a fucking Walking Dead, man. What are you talking about? That's literally how stakes got added into the show in the first fucking place. Characters dying. I just think the cast was way too bloated to keep all these people around. You know? Especially Virgil. Like, you could have just killed Virgil off in episode 6, but you kept him alive just for him to completely get Thanos snapped. Like, what happened to Virgil? That's still my biggest question to this day. And fucking Cal, and Eduardo, and Oceanside, we still don't have fucking answers for that. Maybe we did. I mean, technically they kind of hinted at it, like Oceanside's gone, like you could just assume they've been wiped out. I guess another issue would be, like, killing Jules and Luke with the episode. Even though I wanted more deaths this season, we got, like, 3 deaths in one episode. But Luke and Jules were just so random. Like, right at the beginning of the episode, they just get torn apart. Well, Jules did. Luke just got his leg cut off and died of blood loss. And maybe a bit of heartbreak, too. But I don't know. Like, bringing them back just to kill them off, what was the point? It makes it so much worse, too, because, like, all the characters were very emotional. I said this in the reaction, but they didn't really care about him throughout the whole season. They never talked about him. So suddenly they care about him dying. It's like, what? It's just so, like, all over the place, man. Nobody give a shit about him. like a few episodes ago. Nobody even brought him up, and now suddenly you're crying that he's dead. Like, why should I care that he's dead when none of the characters cared when he was gone? And Jules too. Like, Jules, like, oh, I think she was only in like 3 episodes. Like, okay, so what? Like, last episode I feel like had more shocking moments. Like fucking Judith getting shot. I didn't expect that one. And then, what else happened? Oh, like Lydia getting her arm cut off or bit. Like, that was like, whoa. But like Rosita dying, like, I mean, it was definitely predictable, like, that it was going to happen. Like, she was climbing the wall last for some reason, when she could have just got on top of the ambulance, and then she fell, and I was like, oh, well, that's it. Bye, Rosita. And then she came out unscathed to an extent, but then she, you know, she was bit. I still like the death of Rosita. I think it's a good death for her character, but I just don't like the way it was done with that fake out. You know what I mean? I think that fake out was so stupid. Like, why did they do it? It reminded me of the fucking dumpster again. It's stupid. I think it's so good though. Like, Rosita's gone through such an arc too. She started off as like a side character to be the last major death in the show. That's beautiful, man. But at the same time, I wish she survived. Like, I want more deaths in the season, but I wish she survived, because at least then she gets to be with her fucking kid. After all that, she just dies. I do like that Rosita survived her comic death. She did a lot in the final 2 seasons to like make it definitely worth her surviving. And to a certain extent, maybe Ezekiel too. I know Carrie Payton came out and said like he wasn't 100% satisfied with what's been going on with his character. But I like the ending for his character. Like, he leads the Commonwealth. I think that's a beautiful ending for him. He gets to survive. Yeah, I smile, you know. He gets to lead again. I do kind of wish they did that theory I had, where they go back to all the old locations. Like, we go to Atlanta, like shots of Atlanta, the shots of the prison, the shots of the farm. But, no. We kind of got that, I guess, with the characters, like all the characters throughout the show. But we didn't really get it with the locations, because I think the locations would have been great to see again, though. Like, the prison would have been... Well, I mean, the prison would have been hard to do, but you could have just had, like, a shot from Season 3 or Season 4, and then add in, like, CGI and digital effects to make it look like how it was at the end of, like, you know, the governor attacked the prison with the tank and stuff, and then just have it all overgrown and shit. I think you could have done that. Same thing with, like, Woodbury, you know, because, like, Woodbury they can definitely do. Yeah, I do kind of wish they did that. I think I would have been, like, happy if they did that. Like, showed all the old locations, like the prison, the farm, Atlanta. I mean, that was basically it, right? Like, I guess Gabriel's church. Like, fuck it, show the lineup location again, Terminus, you know. It's so cool to hear Morgan again. And see him, even though technically it was, like, reused footage. But he needs to come into, like, the Vic and Michonne spin-off somehow. Like, you can't not reunite Vic and Morgan. Come on, dude. I'm trying to think of all the other shows that had a series finale and see how they compare to this. I think this one's better than Game of Thrones, 100%. Not as good as Breaking Bad's though. Breaking Bad wraps up the storylines perfectly. This, on the other hand, sets up way too much. It doesn't feel like a conclusion. It feels like a, stay tuned, a decent end, I'd say so, but still not 100% like perfect. There's some minor things here and there, like specifically, like I said, a lot of setup, not necessarily conclusion. But I liked it. This final season was a bit hit or miss for me, but I still love the show. I grew up with this show. I watched it like every day. It came on, back to back. Then we started reacting to it in the final few seasons, which I kind of regret. I wish I reacted to it sooner, but what can we do? I don't know if we'll do like a overall review of like the whole show. I might. I mean, I said this with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I never did it. I mean, the show isn't over. We've got the Daryl spin-off next year. We've got Fear the Walking Dead. We've got the Maggie and Negan spin-off. We've got Vic and Michonne. Like, we're nowhere near done with the franchise, so maybe I'll hold off on like the retrospective and like the massive like Walking Dead review. Maybe I could just hold it to like a Walking Dead universe review. I'm really going to miss reacting to this show. Maybe one day, I'll do some rewatches of like the earlier seasons. It won't hit as much as like a first reaction, but maybe down the line I could get someone that hasn't seen the show and I can watch that with them. I'll go through the show with them. I said this at the beginning. This is like the first show I reacted to. You know, this show started the reaction stuff for me on this channel. And now that it's come to an end, like this show specifically, it's just, I don't know, it's hitting me a little bit because it's like I'm never going to start a reaction with, here's another episode of Walking Dead, you know? Because at the end of the day, like, nothing will beat my Walking Dead reactions. Like, I'm always so enthusiastic about the show. I'm always so excited when certain things start happening. Because a lot of the stuff I react to now is a lot of, like, first season stuff, like with Andor and She-Hulk and all that. So a lot of it doesn't hit as hard as Walking Dead. Walking Dead's been going on for so long and it's been such a big part of my life that now it's finally come to an end. It's starting to hit me a little bit. But yeah, that basically wraps it up. So I hope you enjoyed my reactions to The Walking Dead. And for The Walking Dead fans, I will see you soon for the spin-offs. Ta-ta and farewell.